It's Pastor Andy with a quick update today, Friday, April the 3rd, and been doing a couple of things with the boards the last couple of days, talking about the pause and the reset and everything. We're going to go in a little different direction today. We'll come back to that at some point, but I've had some great conversations over the last few days with people in other parts of the state and other parts of the country, and just wanted to share a couple of those ideas. One such thing from conversation today, I was recording an interview for an upcoming podcast episode, and the gentleman I was interviewing works with Lifeway, and I was asking about how they've adapted to some of the things that they would normally do, and I already knew some of this. I just wanted him to be able to promote it. They've digitized a lot of their content, made it available for free, things that we're already studying, like Romans, if we explore the Bible, and making that available in different venues and ways for free right now for people. But some of the things he told me through that process were very, very interesting. Number one, last week, and I don't know exactly if that's Monday to Friday or whatever, that doesn't really matter, but last week, there were 10,000 new accounts that were set up on Lifeway. And those were individuals ordering resources and ordering books. But he said the three primary things that were ordered, and their stock is very limited right now, are Bibles and storybook Bibles and journals. So there is an influx of people wanting Bibles to read. Obviously, you can look at secular news sites and see a great influx of prayer at this time. So there is that. And I'll talk more about that in Monday's update a little bit. We need to welcome this, not be critical about these things. But one of the other things that he said is very interesting is that there is probably soon, and don't panic on what I'm about to say, but soon there's probably going to become a shortage of Bibles for a period of time, because the only place you can get that paper, and the paper that is in almost all Bibles is called rice paper, okay? The only place that rice paper can be purchased is in China. Now, China they're not the printer, and that it's all done here or in other countries. But for our Bibles, it's done in America, but the paper comes from China. And obviously, supply chains are going to be slowing down and that kind of thing. China's had its own COVID issues, et cetera. So I just thought that was fascinating. But the idea of Bibles being very much a concern for people to be able to have and to read during this time, journals so that they can track it. And that's one of the things that I've been shared with a couple of classes that I taught yesterday, and I would encourage you to as well, is record what's going on in your mind, record what's going on around you. And some people will be very detailed about that, others won't, but taking the time to journal will allow you to look back on this at a later point, especially if you're younger. And I know that some watching this are going to be much older than me, but especially if you're younger, we're all going to have more challenges. If we live through this, there are going to be other challenges. Some will be minor, some will be pretty major. Hopefully nothing again ever like this. But the principles that we learn during challenging times now can help us in the future. There will be truths that we can pull forward. And in fact, one of the other things, and I'll close with this for now, as an encouragement to you, young or old, to seek this out during this time. He said, one of the major things that churches are seeing at this time is young people, 20 to 30 year olds especially, but 20 to 35, 25, 35, are seeking out people who are 60 and above to teach them about the Bible and to teach them about life. And that happens from time to time. I mean, there's in churches all over that can happen. But he said, really what those younger people are looking for right now are a voice that has been through a challenge, a voice that knows what it's like to endure and to persevere. And in fact, on my podcast today, and I don't know when this is going to air, a couple of weeks from now, he read a statement from I think it was a granddaughter of a grandmother who had been through a couple of very, very diphtheria and polio and stuff like that. And she says, and this is going to pass too, and everybody who lives through it will be the better for it. That's the kind of perspective we need. So, one of the things I'm doing these videos for is to be an encouragement, to be a hope that, there is some stability. If you watch the news all the time, you can get down. So I'm trying not to go that direction because I am realistically optimistic about the future. But if you've been through those challenges, find that person. Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a grandchild, maybe it's a neighbor's child. I know we have social distancing, but find a way to connect with them. Maybe through texting, maybe through FaceTime, or through Facebook, or through Zoom, or just any number of possibilities right now to be an encouragement and to share your past experiences of overcoming challenges with those who have yet to go through them themselves. So that's the short little update for today. On Sunday, we will have our normal service go live, not live, but it'll be available at 10:30. And hope that you'll tune into that. And then more announcements and updates coming next week. So have a great weekend. Stay safe. And I'll look forward to hearing from you soon.